Using conjunctions and, but, or, so, because, etc. So these are called conjunctions because they connect two words, two ideas to make one longer sentence. For example, the car stopped, the driver got out. These two are different sentences. Now, if we want to connect them together, we can use and make one sentence. The car stopped and the driver got out. So we use and when we add one idea to another, which are like similar, almost similar ideas. There is nothing opposite. We stayed at home and watched television. My sister is married and lives in London. He doesn't like her and she doesn't like him. But we use but when we show contrast or opposite ideas. I bought a sandwich, but I didn't eat it. It's a nice house, but it doesn't have a garden. For lists, we use and. So when listing more than two things, use commas and put and before the last item. I got home, had something to eat, sat in my armchair, and fell asleep. So we put comma for list, and before the last one, we put end. Comma is optional. We can use it or we can avoid it. Karen is at work, Sue has gone shopping, and Chris is playing football. So we use so to show the result of something. It was very hot. So I opened the window. Joe plays a lot of sports, so he's very fit. They don't like traveling, so they haven't visited many places. Because. We use because to give the reason for something, to answer why. I opened the window. Why? I opened the window because it was very hot. Joe can't come to the party because he's going away. Lisa is hungry because she didn't have breakfast. So, because can also get at the start, like because it was very hot, I opened the window. So, if we put the because phrase at the start, we need to put a comma after the because phrase and then the rest of the sentence. We can also use more than one conjunction in a sentence. It was late and I was tired, so I went to bed. I like visiting London, but I wouldn't want to leave there because it's too big. I stayed at home and watched. So there are two groups, like I stayed at home, I bought a newspaper, and then on the other group there is like I didn't have your number, I watched television, etc. So we need to connect these two groups with and, but, or. If we have similar ideas and opposite bar, but, and if it's like an option, we use or. I stayed at home and watched television. I bought a newspaper reading, but I didn't read it. Because it says didn't read, we're using but. If it was I read, then we would say and. I bought a newspaper and I read it. But didn't, but I didn't read it. I went to the window and I looked out. I wanted to phone you, but I didn't have your number. I jumped into the river and I swam to the other side. I usually drive to work, but I went by bus this morning. Do you want me to come with you, or shall I wait here? Let's complete the sentences with our own ideas. It was very hot, so we need a result now. So he opened the window. They couldn't play tennis because we need a reason now. Because it was raining. They went to the museum, but we need an opposite idea. It was closed, but it was closed. Bill wasn't hungry, so he didn't eat anything. Helen was late because there was a lot of traffic. Sue said goodbye, got into her car, and drove off. So let's try to say some sentences about what we did yesterday. In the evening, I stayed at home and studied. I went to bed very early because I was tired. I went to the cinema, but the film wasn't good. I went to a cafe and met some friends of mine. There was a film on television, so I watched it. I got up in the middle of the night because I couldn't sleep. So, in this lesson, we learned that we can use and to connect or add information, but to show contrast, something opposite, or to present alternatives, and so to show result, and because to show reason. That's it. Thank you so much. Have a good one.